Good morning, superstar class. How are you? Happy Wednesday, boys and girls. I hope you're all doing well and I hope you're all healthy. So, today, boys and girls, and the next few days, we are going to talk about the beach and the ocean. And on Friday, we're going to have our beach day, which is what I spoke about last Friday a little bit, right? That you can dress up like you're going to the beach. So I want you to think at home of some things you would find at the beach, boys and girls. I'm sure all of you have been to the beach, and now that we're close to the summer and the weather's getting hotter, a lot of you will be going to the beach, right? So what are some things you may find on the beach? So think at home. What's this? This is a shell, right? You may find shells on the beach, right? And this actually says Boys and Girls Mystic, Connecticut. It's a place I went to. So you may find shells on the beach. What's that soft thing that you walk on, right? That if it gets too hot, it burns your feet. What's all of that called that you make castles with? Sand, right? You find sand at the beach. What about that big water? What's that called? It's the ocean, right? You find the ocean. You can find a lot of things on the beach, boys and girls. So I'm going to read along the beach. And look at that, boys and girls. I didn't mention this. You can find this on the beach. What's this? This is a crab. Does anyone know what this is? This is called a lighthouse. And what's this? This is a conch shell, right? And sometimes when you put it near your ear, you can hear the sound of the ocean, which is really cool. So these are a lot of things that we can find at the beach. This says, we're at the seashore making a big sand castle. We're using wet sand because it sticks together better. Some sand is too dry to make sand castles. Sand that is farther from the ocean is dry because the water does not reach it. That makes sense, boys and girls, right? The further away you are from the water, the drier the sand will be. Why is there a line of pebbles and seaweed along the sand up here? Look, boys and girls, you find seaweed at the beach too, right? That's the high tide mark, says the mom. The ocean tide comes in and goes out twice each day. When the tide comes in, it is called high tide. This line shows us how far the water comes in at high tide. So the tide, boys and girls, are the levels of the sea that go up and down, that rise. So we have to be careful when the tide is high because that's not safe to go to the water, into the water. Look what else they found on the beach. What are these, boys and girls? Look at all of these beautiful shells. Look at all of these shells. Why are they here? They are the shells of small ocean animals. When the animal inside the shell dies, waves wash the empty shell up on the beach. Yuck! There's some trash too. Boys and girls, that's true also. Sometimes you may go to the beach and you'll find garbage or trash on the ground, and that's not good, boys and girls, right? Because we want to conserve our environment and our earth, so it's always important to throw out your trash if you go to the beach. We don't want to see that on the beach, definitely not. Trash that is dumped in the ocean is washed up on the beach by the waves. That's so sad, boys and girls. We should never throw trash in the ocean or on the beach because we have a lot of life in the ocean, right? A lot of creatures, a lot of animals live in the ocean, right? We have fish and we have sharks and we have octopus and we have all kinds of living things in the ocean. So when you throw trash in there, what do you think happens to them? They could die, right? So we have to conserve the water in our oceans. Why are these wooden walls on the beach? They help to keep the sand from blowing away. The wooden walls are called seawalls. They stop the sand from being pushed along the beach by wind and waves. a red flag? It's right here, boys and girls. What do you think that means? Red usually means stop, right? So a red flag tells us that it is not safe to go swimming. When it is not safe to swim, the lifeguard puts up a red flag. When it is safe, he puts up a green flag, right? Because usually red means stop and green means go. So if you see a green flag, that means it's safe to swim. Here's the green flag. Look, there's a boat tied up here. That's a fishing boat. Can you see the fishing nets piled up on the deck? I can see some fish in these boxes. Fishers dock their boats in the harbor. A wall protects the boats in the harbor from big waves. There's a lot going on there, boys and girls, in the picture. What's this cage? That's for catching lobsters. It's called a lobster pot. The fisher puts some bait inside the pot and then lowers it into the deep water. The lobster can climb in to eat the bait, but it cannot get out again. Boys and girls, that's cool. That's how they catch lobsters. How many of you eat lobster? Do any of you at home eat lobster? Maybe. It's muddy down there. That's because the tide has gone out now. When the tide goes out, it is called low tide. This muddy area shows us how far the water goes out at low tide. Look at that bird in the tide pool. It has a sharp beak. So boys and girls, do you think you should touch that bird if it has a sharp beak? You should never touch anything that's sharp, right? That bird is called a seagull. Seagulls search among the tide pools for crab and shrimp to eat. So boys and girls, that is something that we would also see at the beach, right? Seagulls. Look at this green pebble. I can see right through it. That's a piece of glass that has been worn smooth by the ocean. All the pebbles are smooth too. This one looks like an egg. The movement of the waves rubs pebbles and glass against the sand. This wears them smooth after a long time. What's that bright light? Boys and girls, what's this? This was on the cover of the book. Who knows what that's called? That is called a lighthouse. The flashing light in the lighthouse warns ships in the ocean about dangerous rocks and sandbars. And this is the picture of a real lighthouse, boys and girls. What happened to our sandcastle? The tide is coming in. It has washed away your sandcastle. We can build a better one tomorrow. The tide covers the sand twice a day, bringing in new shells and pebbles. So there are different things to find on the beach every day. Below are things that can be seen on the beach. How many can you name? The answer's on the last page, but don't look until you've tried naming everything. Okay, boys and girls, so let's see if we can try. What is number 1? Can you see number 1? What is that? I'm going to give you a little bit of time to think at home. It is the red flag. Does the red flag mean that you should go out swimming or you should not go out swimming? It means you shouldn't, right? Red means stop, so no, you should not. Number 2. What's number 2? Look at number 2. It's right here. Is that the sand? Let's see what number 2 says. I have to look at it. Oh, number 2 is the high tide mark. Cool. Okay, here's number 3. What is number 3, boys and girls? Do you know what that is? Let's see. I'm going to have to peek. Oh, well, they mean the whole thing. So that is the boat, the fishing boat, right? Boys and girls, what's number 4? What is this animal? A seagull. Very good. It's a seagull. Excellent. Number 5, all the way back here. What's that called? That helps warn the boats, right, of any dangerous things coming up, any rocks. What is that called? A lighthouse, boys and girls. A lighthouse. What's number 6? I'm not sure if it's pointing to the water or not. Okay, that's a seawall, boys and girls. So that protects the boats too, a seawall. And number 7, what's number 7 for? Let's see. Number 7, I couldn't tell, is actually in a box. It's fish. It's fish in a box, right? So you'll find that in the ocean too. And the last one is number 8. What's that? That is a lobster pot. A lobster pot, right? That's how they catch the lobster. And I think there was, oh, and number 9 is down here, boys and girls. What's this down here? Actually looks a little messy. Does anyone know what that is? That is shells. I couldn't tell if it was the garbage that people dumped, but yes, now I can see the shapes of the shells. So those are shells. So boys and girls, these are all things that you can find on the beach when you go. And you always have to be careful, boys and girls, when you go to the beach, right? You don't want to go in the water by yourself. You always have to go with mommy or daddy, an adult, right? Because the waves sometimes can get big or the tide may be high. What else is something that you want to bring to the beach, right? You always want to wear something on your skin so that you don't get burned. What's that called? You want to wear suntan lotion or protection, right? Because you don't want to get burned. The sun can be really strong on the beach. You want to always make sure that after you come in from the water, you want to bring something to dry you off. What's that? A towel, right? So there are lots of things you want to bring to the beach. Your sunglasses, maybe a hat, maybe an umbrella. So boys and girls, I'm excited to see what you are going to bring on Friday for our beach day, what you're going to wear and what you would bring to the beach. And you're going to share that with your friends. And tomorrow, boys and girls, we are going to talk about what we would find in the ocean, what kind of creatures we would find. Some are scary, boys and girls. So let's just go over our calendar, okay? And we are in the month of June, right? We're in the month of June. And yesterday was Tuesday. Today's wacky Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. All day long, all day long. Morning, noon, and night time. Morning, noon, and night time. All day long, all day long. And boys and girls, what number comes after 9? What number is that? Let's see if you know at home what number this is. The number 10, right? So we're going to put it there. And you're going to help me count at home, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Today is Wednesday, June 10th, boys and girls. My goodness, only a few more days of school. I can't believe it, boys and girls. Okay, have a wonderful Wednesday. I love you. I miss you. And I will see you tomorrow, boys and girls. Have a great day. Bye.